Hey there, you might recognize me and this beautiful spot from a video that went viral.
Look there. That is a snake behind her on the ground. You can see the black and white stripes and what appears to be a reddish hue, and it's moving.
But I assure you I can do a lot more than just ignore some rattlesnakes. Take a look. Very fluid. Just a couple of minutes ago, as you mentioned, it just ended with one suspect in custody. The other one took his own life. And if Eddie pans here, you can see that underneath the house, that's where they found the second suspect. Our information is limited at this time, but what I can tell you is that the Riverside County Sheriff's Department is here. It's currently an ongoing investigation. In fact, behind me, you can still see them on the scene. Just a couple of minutes ago, they removed the body from the scene. The northbound train has just started moving within the last 15 minutes. Southbound train still at a standstill. Moments ago, the crisis negotiation team was able to convince the potential jumper to hop on that train. I want you to take a look at this. He seems to be under police custody. Meanwhile, right now, both sides of the freeway are completely shut down. We are in front of the Walmart on Ramon in Palm Springs, where witnesses tell us a man walked into the woman's restroom where there was a little girl and exposed himself. Nos encontramos en el Hyatt en Indian Wells, donde se vivieron momentos de terror después de que una empleada reportó haber escuchado disparos adentro de la propiedad. We are in Whitewater, where the wind is literally blowing us away. A couple of moments ago, it pushed me back to the point that I have one foot in front of the other, and I want you to take a look at our mountaintop snow-filled. That rain really did a number for us here in the valley. It's only a matter of time before they start rolling up that carpet, but we've had amazing moments here. You've seen your favorite, I've seen my favorite.
Hoy tuvimos la oportunidad de hablar con un jugador que le dijeron que nunca sería un profesional en el deporte del tenis. Ahora hay que escuchar de Diego Schwartzman.
A very rowdy and energetic crowd here at the Republican headquarters. So far, it has been a great night here, and I have Oliver joining me. How do you feel tonight? The Riverside Sheriff's Office got wind of it at around 9:50 this morning, and since then, rescue teams have been trying to talk down a potential jumper. Take a look. This is the line that starts wrapping around, and as you can see, there are chairs, blankets, snacks, food, drinks, and you might be wondering, well, where are the people? Check that out. They're waiting in their car because, yes, it is absolutely freezing outside.
Estamos adentro de la cocina principal del torneo BN Papariba y como pueden ver, no solo hacen galletas y postres, sino también platillos especiales para que ustedes disfruten.
People here are calling him a hero because he actually sprinted to the scene, pulled those children out of that truck. Good news. We're going to start it off with clouds moving in from the eastern Pacific. We're also going to get a trough of low pressure moving in from the southwest. What exactly does that mean? That's all fancy weather talk for a cool down is on the way. Investigators found the remains of an adult female and a dog. Now, this comes just 2 days after 140 officers were in the Cactus City rest area looking for San Diego Army veteran Julia Jacobson.
We're going to start play at 11 today, starting with Rafa Nadal, followed by Novak Djokovic. And if things couldn't get any better, Venus Williams is up today, followed by Roger Federer. And of course, #1 in the world, Naomi Osaka, who, by the way, got her first major title here at the BNP Paribas Open just last year.
Folks here are excited, they're rowdy, they're optimistic. So Manny, things are looking good. If the votes go through, then you will not just be appointed county supervisor, which was the case after the death of John Benoit, but you will be elected by your own right. How does it feel right now to be in this situation?
Well, we're cautiously optimistic.
Y mientras la alcaldesa de la Quinta, Linda Evans, dice que quedó en shock sobre las acusaciones que se le están haciendo a ella y a su cabildo, un periodista del Desert Sun que inicialmente reportó sobre estos hechos dice que no le viene de sorpresa. We are dealing with cool temperatures of our own that have already triggered several watches and warnings, among them a frost advisory, a freeze watch, and a high wind warning.
We are in the heart of the Coachella Valley, downtown Palm Springs, where already folks are enjoying a couple of drinks here at Street Bar. And regarding that bill, well, folks seem to have mixed feelings about it. Although we will gain an hour of sleep, please be mindful on the road because drowsy driving is dangerous driving. It is a beautiful but chilly day here at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. We are trying to keep warm ourselves, but how do players warm up before the big game? We'll have that answer coming up. You can kind of lightly see this counterclockwise motion coming in from the eastern Pacific. That is indicative of another low pressure system coming into the valley. Once that happens, we might just get into double digits. We are getting a first look into the newest Coachella Library. It is 3 times the size of the old one, has conference space, and take a look for yourself. It is absolutely absolutely beautiful. You have study spaces, lots and lots of books.
Indian Canyon closed yet again due to high winds, and right now I'm standing on top of sand that got blown over before the Valentine's Day storm. There was thicker sediment on the sand. Now that's gone, and while the sand just blows away.
So the representative from the Mission Springs Water District let us know that this particular meter was working, so we decided to check it out for ourselves. We lift this up, and in fact, it's on. The battery is in. It is functioning properly. But once we go to the neighbor's house to check out their meter, well, the story's a little different. Again, we lift this up to check, no batteries, not a functioning meter.
Si es tanto el riesgo que este río brinda a la comunidad, ¿por qué no hay más letreros que en vez de decir que no entren a esta área como este letrero que vemos enfrente, mejor dicen peligro? Prohibido entrar o nadar en este río.
This is exactly where Deborah Colwell parked her car. Then she grabbed the bag containing 7 little puppies. She tossed it into this trash can and left them, well, in these very warm conditions. This letter came in the mail yesterday. Some members are still getting it today, so there are still a lot of questions, still a lot of unknowns for members and gyms alike.
The wind can prove to be dangerous in this specific area in Desert Hot Springs. It's very difficult to open this door, even use it because of this wind, and the door, well, just closes on its own.
Cones, crime scene tape, and dozens of officers lined this La Quinta cul-de-sac. Investigators already setting up tents in efforts to figure out what led to these 2 deaths. Country clubs across the Coachella Valley have decided to make housing facilities instead of maintaining golf courses. But here at the Miralon, they've taken a more creative approach.
Univision Notivalle fue el anfitrión del único debate entre el actual congresista demócrata Raúl Ruiz y su contrincante republicana Kimberly Brown Pelser.
And it's because of rocks and debris like this that have led to road closures that have caused traffic jams across the Coachella Valley. So then, of course, the question becomes, do you sit around at home and wait for the package to come, or do you leave and install a camera like this one and hope that they catch the guy in the act? And there's no doubt that dozens of celebrities, directors, and actors alike walk this very red carpet for the 30th annual Palm Springs International Film Festival. Among them, Alfonso Cuarón.
Como pueden ver, aquí en el rescate de caballos en el Valle de Coachella rehabilitan a estos animales como Cisco, que tuvo que ser puesto en cuarentena hasta sentirse seguro para salir de nuevo, algo que piensan hacer con Thelma y Luis.
And of course, I had to join in on all the fun, so I stopped and took a couple pictures myself. It kind of seems like it's easy to get lost out here. So how do you know the difference between a restricted and a non-restricted area?
A restricted area will have many things.
Muy buenas tardes a todos ustedes. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Soy Luzdelia Caballero y aquí acompañándonos hoy en día Manolo Caro, que es el director de Perfectos Desconocidos, y también tenemos a Bruno Bichir. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros.
If you want any apparel, you have to come down to the Fila tent, and soon, because these items are going fast. In Indian Wells, Luzdelia Caballero, I'm going to go ahead and toss things back to you. Absolutely devastating in just a matter of weeks. Yet another case of animal cruelty right here in the Coachella Valley. In fact, this weekend, just behind me, a puppy was tossed into this dumpster. Now, the woman that cared for it initially after the fact said she couldn't let this puppy die, so she took it upon herself to drive it over to a clinic out in Sherman Oaks, a 3.5-hour drive. Turns out they were able to save this pup, but she says there's still a long way to go to give a voice to these animals.
It was so horrible. Sorry.
Alejandra Zazueta is a witness to yet another act of animal cruelty.
Her belly was stuck to the plastic bag, and she cried a lot when I was trying to remove her off of the bag and transfer her onto a towel.
Why would you throw those puppies away like trash?
Just weeks ago, 53-year-old Deborah Colwell was caught tossing 7 puppies in a dumpster in Coachella. And now?
I visibly saw lacerations down from her mid-back all the way to her back legs. Her tail was cut, so her skin flap was just hanging off of her tail.
A 2-week-old puppy abused to near death.
And my mom was like, you know what, like maybe she'll pass away. And I was like, no, we can't give up. But if it happens, she's not going to die in a box or in a bag. Like if she was trash, she'll die in someone's arms.
The puppy was tossed into this dumpster, left to die, rotting inside in over 100-degree temperature. Now the question becomes, why does this keep happening?
As much as we are shocked and then, of course, saddened to see the penalties not maybe as stiff as everyone would like to see. It's just that's the reality in California. There are a lot of people harming humans and have been convicted and then released. So it's our world.
A testament that laws need to change to give animals a voice.
Without, somebody witnessing it or recording it, it's going to be one of those ones that's just virtually almost impossible to prove.
I don't think it's fair. She literally was just born 2 weeks ago, and for a puppy to endure that much pain and barely be here with us is unthinkable, and it's so unfair.
But fortunately, this pup is on the up and up.
The last update that I got was that she was eating very well and she has more energy. The sad part is that we still don't have any update on her back legs. There's still little to no movement.
And already has a name and a home.
Yes, Hope has a home, and she has 4 other dogs waiting for her, and we're so happy, and I can't wait to take her home.
And we are too, anxiously awaiting for Hope to come home. As you just heard, recovery is going well, but she may not regain mobility in her back legs. Alejandra already on it. She started a GoFundMe in the case that pup needs a wheelchair. If you would like to aid in those efforts, feel free to visit our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. For now, live in Coachella, Luzdelia Caballero. Guys, back to you. Employees here still in shock about the whole ordeal. In fact, they tell us that this is the first time that something like this has ever happened here at Coco Freeze in Indio, though they do believe this is not the first time this armed suspect has barged into a business, threatened it, and then ran out. Things were business as usual here at Coco Freeze in Indio.
The day was normal.
Customers coming in as if nothing had ever happened.
Except that night, that was weird.
A night Cecilia Garcia, an employee at the ice cream shop, will never forget.
We were cleaning up because we closed at 9. We didn't have the door locked yet just because sometimes there's some customers that come in last minute, so then we just help them out really fast.
But this man wasn't a customer.
The first thing I saw was a gun, and then he swerved it over to me, then he put it down.
Demanding she give him the money.
Open the register, open the register.
And while Cecilia stayed in the front of house next to the cash register, her 2 co-workers ran into this bathroom, locked themselves in, and called the police.
He had a mask, hospital mask with gloves, hospital gloves too, with a hat, something covering his back of the neck, like if he's covering a tattoo or something.
Emotions running rampant as the chaos unfolded.
I was freaking out. I was crying. I thought that if I didn't go up to the register, he was gonna shoot.
And it was these moments of uncertainty that made the 2-minute ordeal feel like an eternity.
I wasn't sure what was gonna happen next, if I was gonna be there.
When police arrived, the 3 co-workers embraced, just happy to be alive.
I got lucky that night.
Now, the Indio Police Department is still investigating this robbery, saying it could be linked to one that happened earlier last week in Coachella. In both cases, the armed suspect had the gun held in his left hand, and a similar disguise was worn. For now, that suspect is still at large, and in this particular case here at Coco Freeze, all they made out with was a tip jar.
I've seen students come in, they're like, why,
A classroom like no other. And a teacher who has earned her new title as Teacher of the Year for the Palm Springs Unified School District.
I was in shock. My kids were losing their minds.
Caitlin Peterson, a 5th grade teacher at Julius Corsini Elementary, couldn't hold in her excitement.
That's when I started crying. It was just too much. To be recognized for that, for the love that I have for them, it really hit home.
Superheroes line the walls, and playful remarks make learning fun.
Oh, you're killing us, Mom!
Before you even go in the classroom, you have Deadpool greeting you, telling you it's time to learn. Now here's where things get interesting. Then you come inside. You'll see the superhero theme throughout the entire classroom. And as you can tell, I'm sitting on a beach chair. This flexible seating makes students feel right at home.
It gives them a little bit more freedom. And I mean, I get that you're not going to sit at a desk all day. That's boring. I would hate to sit at a desk all day. I did hate sitting at a desk all day.
So she made her classroom a place where ideas can fly rampant and where heroes are born.
We're together. We're helping each other. We're changing the perspective of Desert Hot Springs. We're showing everyone that we're great kids and we're super. Superman! We're a family. I love them because they're my kids.
And they love her right back.
She makes it all like really fun and easy. She is super inspiring and she does a lot for us. She's unlike any other teacher. She actually makes learning fun for us. Thank you,
It started on June 21st when I was doing a Facebook Live outside of Desert Ridge Academy. A couple of kids have told me that they've been bullied repeatedly for a year now and nothing is being done about it. So we have several questions. I spoke to a student who claimed they'd been bullied for a year and said the school did nothing to help stop it. This video went viral. Over 100 of you shared your stories, and we began to press the district for answers. In this investigative report, we hear the stories of kids and their parents who say bullying has taken more than just a toll on their lives. It's changed them and their families. Because of this, some have asked we mask their identity. Now, before we start, a warning to our viewers. Some of this content may be graphic. Punch after punch. And while these jabs left her with a black eye, the scars of being bullied go deeper than what the eye can see.
I knew if I killed myself that I'd be leaving my family. And my family's everything to me. And so I knew that I just had to keep on fighting, but kids still have to go through what I go through, and it sucks really bad because I know exactly what they go through, and it kills me.
The name calling, shoving, our child was going to school and was miserable.
Last time I cried at home, kids have to deal with this stuff every single day.
She was bullied or hit by another girl about the same age, and she got a black eye.
Emotional scars that are invisible to a stranger's eyes, but scream help to a parent. Describe to me the Michael you knew before bullying.
He would come home and play, and he was happy and watch cartoons.
She was a happy kid. She was a calm little girl, but now she tries to bully my 5-year-old, and that's not right.
We had a wonderful relationship. And just back off, just back off.
You were losing your daughter before your eyes.
And she didn't tell me it was from that.
Trauma that's bled over into their studies.
The bullying got worse. It took to social media. Grades dropped.
He's like, Mom, I don't want to go to school. Mom, I'm afraid.
I thought I was going to be in school safe, but now I feel scared. Just watching my back.
Students claim they're outright scared.
The people that are bullying me, they said that we're going to jump in high school.
Roughly 1/3 of students are bullied. What kind of toll did that take?
I just felt like I couldn't escape anything. I just felt like I was trapped.
41% of students witness bullying at least once a week.
I know that my child's thought was today the day that I'm gonna get beat up.
Suicide rates among 10 to 14-year-olds have grown more than 50% over the last 3 decades.
I guess she's thinking that she's gonna be bullied again just by saying something.
But the bullying stretches beyond the kids, hitting the parents.
When your kid comes home in junior high and says, I can't take this anymore and I want to kill myself, that's tough for a parent to hear.
To find her hurt or even dead.
You are constantly going to work and going, am I going to come home, find my child alive? Am I going to come home, find my child dead?
Fearful that this goodbye could be their last. Did you all ever feel guilty to drop him off and take him to school?
Yeah, we felt like, great, he's got to go to school. He's got to get his education.
Like, how horrible of me to drop my kid off to that. And you're at work all day long thinking, I hope they're okay.
So would you say that Desert Ridge Academy is a safe school?
I don't think so. It wasn't for my daughters.
So what happens after these parents drop their kids off? What's the administration doing to protect them from their bullies? We gave the Desert Sands Unified School District an opportunity to respond to these claims, and we'll have their response for you tomorrow night at 6.
Oh my God. ¿Y cómo viven con esos animales?
María y toda la nación se ha quedado en shock después de que Deborah Sue Colwell, de 54 años de edad, presuntamente abandonó 7 cachorros en un basurero de Coachella y tenía 38 perros viviendo en su casa.
Pero que yo me imaginara que tenía tantos perros, no.
Sin embargo, tenía un presentimiento de que algo raro estaba pasando en esa casa.
Yo dije, pues para mirar todo esto tan cerrado, tienen que tener algo adentro que no abren para nada su casa.
Este es uno de los 38 perritos encontrados en esa casa de condiciones deplorables, condiciones que los vecinos ahí dijeron que no tenían idea que eso estaba pasando. Claro, porque esa vecindad era bastante tranquila. Pero afortunadamente los 7 cachorros están bajo cuidados de una voluntaria que tiene mucha experiencia. Y los otros 38 perritos,
casi todos se ven saludables. Algunos tienen uñas muy largas, a otros se les está cayendo el pelo. También algunos les tienen miedo a la gente.
Comportamientos que expertos dicen van a mejorar con las atenciones adecuadas.
Si no los quieren de los...
También dicen que en cuanto la dueña ceda los derechos de sus perros, los van a poder evaluar para ponerlos en adopción. Para Noticias Ya, Luzdelia Caballero, Univisión. Celdas, conocido como uno de los clubes nocturnos más codiciados del Valle de Coachella. Ha tenido varios eventos para el beneficio de organizaciones sin fines de lucro, para veteranos y ha sido anfitrión de las fiestas de Dinah Shore. Pero últimamente peleas y tiroteos fatales afuera de celdas ha perjudicado el futuro de este bar.
Yo no lo sé por qué le va a pasar esto. No entiendo que va a pasar esto.
Marcia Rossi, dueña de espaguetería, negocio que está al lado del club, no entiende por qué le está pasando esto a los dueños de celdas.
Sono amabilissimi, es una familia muy brava, muy linda.
También asegura que esta plaza siempre ha sido muy segura.
Nada, no pasa nada. Tiene mucho security, questo shopping center es muy seguro. El padrón de este shopping center está guardando siempre todo.
Por un lado, negocios locales dicen estar contentos de tener a este club como vecino, pero por otro, los escándalos en cual se ha visto envuelto este club quizá provocará el cierre de sus puertas.
Como saben, hemos tenido problemas para hacer cumplir los reglamentos de seguridad.
La ciudad de Palm Springs alega que Celdas no ha mantenido sus sistemas de cámaras adentro y afuera del club.
Entonces hoy el cabildo va a decidir si les permitamos arreglar el problema o si mejor les cerramos las puertas.
Todo para asegurarse que la seguridad pública siga siendo la prioridad.
Queremos que los ciudadanos se sientan seguros, especialmente los que vienen a esta plaza para entrar a este club.
Entonces, ¿qué me va a dar?
Momentos de terror.
Solo tomé a mi niño y le dije, vámonos para la carretera porque nada podíamos hacer ya.
Vividos por la familia Domínguez, mientras su hogar se consumía por las llamas.
Las ventanas estaban explotando, el vidrio, entonces era muy peligroso, más arriesgado ya. Entre más agua le echábamos, sentía que más prendía.
Me quedé, no puede ser. Eso es extraño, mi casa estaba bien.
Eulalia Domínguez apenas había salido de la casa cuando le llegó la llamada.
Pero sí me asusté porque como rumbo yendo a North Shore yo vi la nube grandísima de humo. Yo dije, wow, eso no es algo pequeño.
Mirar cómo el fuego desvanece todo lo que por años uno trata de tener y todo se perdió, todo no pudimos salvar absolutamente nada.
Y aunque perdieron su casa por el incendio, dicen ser muy afortunados porque aún tienen lo más importante para ellos, una familia completa.
Pero pues le doy gracias a Dios que mis hijos, mi esposa estamos bien y todos estamos bien ahorita, gracias a Dios.
Eso en primer lugar. Y segundo, pues que el vecino rápido le dijo a mi esposo, hermano, saque la troca, saque el carro, no la deje ahí. Y él la sacó porque se hubiera explotado.
Ahora la familia Domínguez, entre lágrimas, llagas y abrazos, tienen fe que el año nuevo les traerá muchas bendiciones.